Day 17. Oops. No. This one. Okay. So I can close this. Here we go. Write the expression using exponents. That's simple enough. That is repeated multiplication. And we're using the base, which is 2. And it's being repeated by itself 3 times. Simplify by combining the like terms. The only two like terms that are in here are these two. I can combine the 9m with 5m, giving me 14m. And leave the 4 alone. Okay. Let me go a little lower here. Then you bought X pounds of apples for $2. X pounds of apples for $2 per pound. And also a gallon of milk for $4. He paid $16 at checkout. Write an equation that can be used to determine how many pounds of apples Daniel bought. Alright, so let's get this equation here. So X pounds of apples, so he bought $2 times X. It's $2 times this many pounds that I have no idea. Plus he also bought a gallon of milk for $4. 1 gallon. And he paid all that. Cost him $16. Alright, so you're looking for a number that I can substitute in here. Okay, this is a two-step equation which we really didn't do. But I think you can solve this. So what number can I put in here to multiply by 2 and then by 4, add to 4 to give me 16? Well, this could be like a guess and check. Try a few numbers. Try 4. You buy 4 pounds of apple, 4 pounds of apples at $2 each, would be 2 times 4, which is 8, and then 8 plus 4, it's 12, which is not 16, so that doesn't work. Let's try 5. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 4 is 16. That doesn't work. Let's try 2. Let's try 6. 6 seems to be the magic number. So if I put 2 times 6 plus 4 equals 16. 2 times 6 is 12 plus 4, and that equals 16, which is equal to 16 the other side. So the solution to my problem is 6 pounds. Okay. So you initially had to write the equation. $2 times the number of pounds that he bought plus $4 for the milk gives you $16. So how many pounds did he buy? He bought 16. Okay. Let's see. Next one, number sense. Division problem. And I think I have room enough. So LCM. I multiplied that by 8, and the top by 8. That gives me 32. 8 I'm going to multiply by 5 because that's what it gets to 40. 8 times 5 is 40, so I multiply the top by 40, and that gives me 15. I can cross my denominators out because they're the same. Okay, these are equal parts. Equal parts mean same size. So 32 divided by 15, as a fraction, it's just 32 divided by 15 like this. Or if you wrote it as a mixed number, you can get 2. 15 goes 32 2 times. 2 left over 15. Either or. Answers are completely acceptable. Well, the least common multiple of 2042, okay? The LCM of 2042. And actually, I'm going to do this using the ladder so you don't forget. LCM, let's pick a number that goes in 2042. I'll pick 4. 4 goes into, 4 does not go into 42, so that doesn't work. Pick 2. 2 goes into 20 10 times. 2 goes into 42 21 times. And that's it. Now remember, LCM is the number on the side, the 2, as well as the bottom 2 numbers. And then got to multiply all these 3 numbers. So it's going to be the LCM. The GCF would have been 2. But the LCM is 2 times 10 times 21. And that's going to give us 10 times 21 is 210, 420. That's the LCM, the smallest number that is a multiple of 2042 is 420. Jason bought 2.4 pounds and 15 pounds. So how many pounds of fruit? Decimal problem. 2.4 decimal on the decimal, 3.15. Okay, I'm gonna use a 0 here as a placeholder. Add these, I get 5, 5, bring the decimal down, 5.55. What number is represented by B? Well, let's see, from 0 to 1, and 0 to 1 is divided into how many parts? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this would be 4 out of 10 if you run it right as a fraction, or you can do 0, 0 0.1, 0 0.2, 0.3, oops, not 0.4, it's going to be 3 out of 10, sorry, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9, 0.10. 3 over 10 or 0 0.3. Either or would have been acceptable. Move up. Nope. Not that way. Okay. So ratios and proportions. Camila has a doll that was made using a scale of 5 centimeters equals 8 inches. If the doll is 64 inches tall, how tall is the doll? Okay, so 5 centimeters over 8 inches is your ratio. We want to make that equal to our other side. And if the other side is 64 inches at the bottom, and inches here, there's a relationship here, which is times 8. So times 8 again, giving us 40 centimeters. So this would have been 40 centimeters. Okay. What is 40% of 60? Well, let's use our percent proportion. 40%, percent always goes on top of the 100. Okay, 60 is the part or the total. In this case, is the total. Okay. Remember, you can go is of, so you have two ways of thinking. You can write is and of, percent and 100, or you can write part, total, percent over 100. Okay. So 60 goes here. Is there a relationship? No, let's reduce this. Let's take 1 0 away from this guy, 1 0. Now we get 4 out of 10. Is there a relationship? Very easy one, times 6. So on top it's going to be times 6, giving us 24 over 60. Okay. Let's see, 20% of the students in your class wore red shoes. There were 20. Okay, so again, another percent proportion. Let's write this. 100 goes here. You have 20%, and 20% goes always on top of the 100. 20% of the kids wear red shoes. There are 20 kids in the class. Well, 20 kids in the class are the total, so it goes over here. What's the relationship? How does 100 become 20? Divide by 5, and I'm going to divide the top by 5 as well. That gives me 4. So 4 kids wore red shoes. Are the ratios equivalent below? Well, let's see. How does a 2 become a 20 times 10? How does a 5 becomes 11? I'm sorry, how does a 5 become 55? 11. Is that proportional? No, because it should have been multiplied by the same number up and down. Okay? So they don't form a proportion, or the ratios are not equivalent. Geometry. What shape is formed below? So if you actually connect the dots here, oops, like that, like this, okay, you will get a trapezoid. Okay. What is the area of the shape? Ugh. Okay. So how far apart are the bottom two squares? So I'm gonna do the easier one. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 units. Draw what a net for a cylinder might look like. Well, a cylinder, if you're going to open a cylinder, go something like this. Okay. And let's do the area of the trapezoid. Trapezoid is H, area equals H, B1 plus B2 divided by 2. The height is, let's see from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. B1 is this distance from this square to this one, so it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. B2 we already know because I did that at the bottom over. It's 8 and divided by 2. So I'm going to do 4 plus 8, which is 12. So 12 inside my parentheses, and I'm going to multiply that by the 6 that's outside, and then divide by 2. 6 times 12 is 72. Divide by 2, and 72 divided by 2 gives me 36 units to the second power. Okay, that's it.